Hello, 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 and welcome to the Penguins Collective Podcast. My name is Louie.
My name is Josh.
Oh, and we're two brothers who love to talk about hockey.
Especially the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Oh, the heartbreak, Josh. The heartbreak. My friend invited me to the game. It was my first time going out this season. I was excited. The adrenaline was pumping. He decided to get food before the game. Therefore, we were walking in the stadium at 7:05. Was I upset? 100%.
I can only imagine.
But we missed the national anthems, okay? Both of them, by the way. There was two of them tonight. Missed both of them. And when we walked in, the puck was already dropped because we heard "Let's go Pens," and we were like, "Man, never stopping at Chipotle before a hockey game. How about that?" Okay, that's fine. I forgave him because great tickets, great seats. I will say one thing about the upper bowl, here at PPG Paints Arena, very slanted. Okay, if I took one step wrong, I'm killing a couple people. I'm killing a couple people on the ground. Other than that, great seats. It was fun. Excitement at first. It wasn't great. The atmosphere wasn't great in the arena. You're like, oh man, we're losing. Yeah, it's 2-0. And then,
on the ice.
Even on the ice, they looked defeated, deflated, however you want to say it. They just downright didn't look good. Until once again, Mike Sullivan talked to him and said, "Nedeljkovic, thank you for your service for a couple games, but you're out. Jari, it's your time." In fact, as people consume alcohol at hockey games, they become a lot more friendlier. So there were some people behind us, and here, Josh, ready? I'm looking a little dull. Let's lighten that up a little bit.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, let's lighten that up. I realize I'm like, why am I so dark? Anyway,
I like that because you actually matched my level. Now it's.
Oh, do you want me to turn it off?
Let it ride. Whatever you want.
I know you're like, let's not confuse the people. Let's just continue the story. No, so there was some drunk people around, and I kind of felt like I had a live podcast studio audience, Josh. Only because I was like, they were like, "Why is Jari starting?" And I was like, "No, it's a great move by Mike Sullivan." I was like, "It's a great move." And they were like, "What? Why?" I was like, "Listen, Nedeljkovic was there because Jari was not performing well. Now Nedeljkovic is not. This is a confidence boost move for Jari. And watch, he's going to come out and he's going to play fantastic." And they're like, "All right." And then he's flashing leather and he's stopping wraparounds. And they're all like, "Good. Hey, way to go, Coach Lou." That's what they were saying. And I was like, I'm telling you, people. I'm telling you, you got to listen up. You got to listen to the Penguins Collective podcast because everyone else does, including Mike Sullivan. They read our tweets in between games, and at games, they're like, "Hey, how can we be better? Let's pull Nedeljkovic here." Now, the whole thing, the whole atmosphere was great. Everything was good. I cannot tell you how awesome it is and how lucky we are when Sidney Crosby scores, okay? That place erupts, okay? Crosby, and the game got a little chippier after Crosby scored. And when Crosby went to go check a guy, beeline towards a guy.
JT Miller,
JT Miller checked him into the boards. Place.
It was captain on captain crime. Who was their captain? Hughes?
Maybe.
Quincy Hughes or whatever.
Sure. Quincy.
Yeah.
Is that his name? But he beeline for him, and he checked him. And everyone was like, "That's our captain. Let's go." I will tell you, it's such a great atmosphere. And then for the captain to tie it up with 20 seconds left, less than, I honestly thought the whole place was coming down. That's how incredible. Like the atmosphere was just so good. Crosby officially passing Mike Bossy for the 12 spot. Now he's got who's next?
I don't know who's next.
It's an old Penguin.
But is it? I thought it was 20. Oh,
Mark Recchi.
Mark Recchi.
Mark Recchi is next, and he needs, I think Crosby needs like 40 more points or something like that. So not bad. Sidney Crosby once again making history, not only in Pittsburgh with everyone just falling in love with him, but in the NHL. It was a phenomenal game to be there. Now, thank you guys for joining this podcast. Thank you for joining us on X, Twitter. This is the same thing. Sorry. X. YouTube. I don't know why I forgot that. And Twitch. Welcome to the chat. Hello, NES. He comes in and says, so close. It was a heartbreak. It definitely was. But the Penguins get a point. And I did see the game live, NES. I did. Traffic is great. I don't live that far from the arena. And the person that I went with, he knew a secret parking spot. So he didn't have to deal with the traffic.
That's what I thought was going to be the biggest part with the delay was you just trying to get out of that part.
We got out, and I'm here. So,
nice.
But where was I going with that, Josh? Thank you for joining this podcast. Yep. Thank you for hopping into the chat. For those of you who listen online, thank you so much. Now we get to Josh's take on tonight's game. Heartbreak.
Yeah, honestly, coming into the game, obviously our last episode, we had no idea that Vancouver was this type of wagon that they were coming in.
I will say that's on us. That's on us. I honestly thought they were bad. Okay.
Yeah.
You know why? Because this is the Penguins podcast. Okay. We don't focus on the other 31 teams here in the NHL. We focus on the Penguins and who we're facing. And we were facing in Vancouver, and I said, Canucks, they're losers. And then people in the chat were like, actually, they're like one of the best teams in the NHL right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you guys are lying. You probably just you're just messing with us. I Google it. They're first in their division. All right. They're playing really well. We're 7th in our division, so they're way better than us.
Yeah.
So, and before you start, Josh, don't forget that Nedeljkovic got the nod today, which was a callback to our last episode. Explain that.
Yeah, so last episode we thought, because Vancouver we thought was going to be an easier matchup, we said for Jari to get the start, so it is a confidence booster, so that he can get to. Sorry, I'm struggling tonight. So that he can.
Whoa!
He can get to Saturday's game against the Carolina Hurricanes, kind of get into form, because you kind of don't want to come in cold against a team like the Hurricanes. However, we realized now that Vancouver is a much better opponent, and Mike Sullivan gave the nod to Nedeljkovic,
which means
presumably riding the hot hand. That's what Sullivan said coming in today, that Nedeljkovic has been playing well, and it is rewarding him for that. However, it is a big shot at Jari because we had 3 days off, more than enough rest for Jari because he didn't even start the last game. So I don't know. It is what it is. But like you said, Nedeljkovic got the start. Jari came in the second period and played phenomenal for the second and third period, and even in overtime. Did let in the winning goal, but still great performance by Jari in relief, and hopefully that gives him the confidence boost going into Saturday's game against Carolina. But also coming into the game, I didn't realize how many former Penguins were on Vancouver. I knew of DeSmith, I knew of Teddy Bluger, and I knew of the defenseman, Pedersen. No,
no, we did not have Pedersen.
No, who was our defenseman that's now on Vancouver? Oh my word!
What?
Matheson? Nope, he's Canadians.
Lafferty is on there.
Lafferty.
Bluger is on there. Sutter was on there.
All right, whoever. There was a long list of players, and I didn't realize it was that long. Like, I didn't know Lafferty was there. I didn't know Ian Cole. No, I didn't know it was Ian Cole. There was someone else that I was like, oh man, like that.
Who is it?
Whatever. But Casey DeSmith, all those guys. I didn't realize all of them. There was that many on there, and then obviously you got Rick Tocchet, and who else was on the coaching staff? Mike Yao, that guy. He's on there. And then you have Jim Rutherford in the front office, NES. Hey, same brainwave.
There you go.
At the same time as I said that. Yeah. So it's wild how deep that is. So when I saw that floating around Twitter before the game started, I was like, whoa, this is weird. It's like we're literally playing like a former shell of ourselves.
That's right.
But yeah, the game, first period, not something that you want the tape of. That just was not a good game, a good first period for us, especially Nedeljkovic. I get the first two, I think, were like tip-ins. I get that, but at the same time, like, he just didn't look like Nedeljkovic has looked lately. So
yeah,
it is what it is. He got pulled after first. Jari came in, looked so much better. So now Jari is hot. You got Crosby hot. You have Haskins, who pretty much single-handedly got us that goal for what's his name? Who got our goal? Pedersen.
Pedersen got our first goal.
So Haskins pretty much put that goal on his back.
Harkins. Josh, hey, let's talk about Harkins real quick. Can I say something?
Harkins.
His dad just liked our post about getting Harkins on the podcast.
No, he didn't.
I just tweeted at him saying, "Can you help us out?"
Wait. Harkins, first of all, Harkins' dad has a Twitter?
It does. I'm not going to shout him out so everyone goes crazy on him, but I tweeted out.
I saw Harkins. Let's get Harkins on the pod.
Let's get Harkins on the podcast, I said. And then I got a couple likes, and one of them was his dad. I'm assuming, unless it's the same guy who likes to talk about dad's trips with hockey, and he likes to talk about hockey a little bit.
Did you message him?
I didn't. He doesn't have the option to message, so I had to tweet him out publicly.
Yeah.
So I love Harkins, and first of all, put the respect on the name. Make sure you get it right.
I'm sorry, especially if he's going to be a guest.
Welcome Lubu82. Welcome Jackson to the chat. Just talking about how we have mad connections in the hockey world now. Shout out to the Harkins. I don't want to shout out his name at all, but if that goal did not happen without Harkins. Harkins was playing phenomenal tonight.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. He was flying. He was making plays, stopping pucks from getting out of the zone. 100% reminding me of how O'Connor looked last season. Continue.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. And I mean, just to continue with that, Harkins has had a nice stretch of about a week now. And we talked about Drew O'Connor last episode. He's still playing well. Wasn't able to, put any type of points on the board, but you still see that play. And what I like about Drew O'Connor is that it's now been about 2 weeks of consistent play like this. Now, Harkins has had that for about a week. Now we need him to keep it going. Especially now I see NES throwing up that Riley Smith is down. So,
Yep.
which I saw Sullivan say is an upper body injury, and that's all he's going to say about it. What else is new? So,
Mike Sullivan, if the guy's head got decapitated, would say
it's an upper body injury.
It's an upper body injury right now.
Yeah, and that's all he's got to say.
That's all he's got to say.
And so I don't know what's going to happen with Riley Smith. I don't know what's going to happen with the shuffling of the lines.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Harkin's getting the call up there. Go ahead.
Maybe Harkin's getting the call. Fine by me, the way he's been playing. But
100%.
Everything has been looking good. We didn't have the energy in the first period, and I think that hurt us. You know, it's wild for like an older team. For an older team, you would think having like long stretches of rest would benefit us, and we'd be able to come out firing. But I feel like we do better on short rest. And
it's his uncle.
Nice.
He responded to my tweet saying, "Uncle." I'm going to say still closer than we are.
Connections, link us. Let's go here. Have them DM us. But no, I'll keep going. But just what I was saying was, you know, for an older team, you think we would need the rest. However, we seem to be doing better now with just short rest, and we just come back quicker. So, I mean, I'm kind of excited now knowing that we're playing on Saturday and against a team that we really need a win against. You know, I understand we got a point tonight, and a point is great, but I don't know if you looked around the NHL tonight. Seemed like everyone was in overtime. So the Islanders won in overtime. The Devils lost in overtime. There were some other overtime games, but I mean, honestly, like we need to start getting points here. And I get it was one, but we talked about it last episode with the Flyers being a must win, and they got it. Well, now they got a point tonight. Got to keep the points coming. So now we need to pick up a win on Saturday and just keep on rolling here. Hopefully Jari gets to start and he plays well, and Captain Crosby puts us on his shoulders again and carries us to victory. So.
Oh, dude.
And we'll have that guest, right?
Yeah, we have AB from the Caniac session. AB will be joining us after the episode. Same thing with Chris. That last time when we played the Caps. I think that's always fun, especially when we kind of open up the conversation to the chat with AB. I think that's something we have something really cool going with that. We have a great chat room. We want to make sure you guys are asking questions to them because he's a cool dude. He's not one of those guys that were attacking me on Twitter today. Did you see that?
Guy? How about that guy?
What? I didn't even do anything. No. I literally we use our same 3 hashtags for every single game. And he just attacked straight up, was like, "You guys suck." And I was like, "Whoa, dude. Yeah. Whoa, dude. You deserve a crying baby emoji." Yeah. You know? Like, he was just saying, like, you guys are the, you know, whatever. You guys are bums. Penalty. The Penguins should have got called for like 4 penalties there. And I'm just like, dude, get out of here. Get out of our mentions. You know what I'm saying? We're too busy and too big of a podcast to be dealing with the likes of you. Easy. All right? We got connections now. All right?
We know the uncle.
We know people, okay? We can make one phone call. All right? We don't have any connections. If you guys know people, DM us, dude. Yeah. We'd love to get connected. We know Uncle Harkey. Yes, right, dude. We just gotta call Uncle Donnie. All right, Uncle Donnie. Make one phone call.
Is Harkins American? I have a funny feeling he's Canadian.
Why, Josh? Because plays hockey. He's Canadian. What are you trying to say?
No.
Are you saying that every guy that plays hockey is Canadian, Josh? Are you stereotyping people right now? Are you stereotyping guys who are playing hockey? Is that what you're doing on this podcast?
No.
On this established podcast?
No. But
is that what you're saying?
There was the one time I heard Harkins talk, I thought I heard a ooh. Is
every guy that has a little bit of accent
here we go.
from Canada? A little bit of a little bit of tang to a little hockey swag. All of a sudden they're Canadian. Guy from Minnesota can't say, hey, going bar down, eh? Can't say that. Josh thinks he's Canadian. Insult.
Well, hey,
I don't know.
I
don't know. Is he from Minnesota? Oh, you don't know.
Hold up. Did you know Colby Armstrong was Canadian? Because I didn't.
I mean, if I'm taking your rule of thumb, yeah, I knew he's Canadian.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is, coming into the season, before I listened to him, I could have swore he was American.
Really?
And then literally,
here's how I know he's Canadian, because he loves Sidney Crosby. That's a Canadian trait. Welcome.
Can you please pull this up? Please pull this up.
We got a duck in the podcast, dude. We got a duck in the podcast. And he goes, what are we yapping about right now? Dude, don't you mean what are we quacking about right now? Dude, we're talking about who's Canadian and who's not. Are we talking about Josh being stereotypical?
Oh.
Donnie Harkins in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Hey! I know he's not Italian.
I was going to say, is he Italian?
No.
Because this would be beautiful. This would be a beautiful
Uncle
blend.
Donnie. We know Uncle Donnie. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat, Uncle Donnie. Hey, your nephew? Really good at hockey, dude. But you knew that.
Surprisingly.
What is that supposed to mean, Josh? You're saying he's not a good hockey player?
Here we go.
You're saying he's not a good hockey player. Wow. In front of his uncle. In front of his uncle, Josh.
Okay,
how are we supposed to get Harkins on the podcast when you're insulting his you're insulting himself in front of family? Come on. We're better. Be better, Josh. First of all, stereotyping hockey players.
I'll say it to his face. When he comes on the pod, I'll tell him. I'll say, hey, I didn't have high expectations for you. Honestly, he got picked up on waivers.
That's what you're gonna say?
Listen, and then he got dropped down. Listen, he got dropped down. And then when he came up, he made the most of his opportunity, and he's riding it. And I love it. And he's playing well.
Hey, chat. Let's hold Josh accountable. If we get Harkins on this podcast, the first thing Josh needs to say is, I thought you were trash, guy. But when you came onto the Penguins and you played a little bit better, you changed my mind. We need to hold Josh accountable because he's acting like a stooge right now.
He's acting what I
like
said.
A goon. Josh is going to get banned like he did on X. Everyone knows about your misfortunes with Pat McAfee, Josh. All right? Now
oh my God.
Now Uncle Donnie is going to cancel us.
Yeah.
Josh, do better. Thank you, Jackson. Josh, what the heck were we talking about before?
And can I just say, NES, if we try and play one-on-one in any type of ice hockey form, I think
you're going to win because you thought Harkins was trash. No. Go ahead.
I was going to say Iceberg could beat me. I can't hold any of these players.
Josh, how do you know Iceberg?
Okay? I'm just saying. That means I can't do anything on the ice.
Look, Donnie's calling you out. He says, Josh, don't be a bender.
Here we go.
You know what? Hey, Donnie doesn't even play hockey. This stooge doesn't even play hockey.
That's what I'm saying.
Doesn't even play hockey. But he thinks he could call your nephew trash.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Do better, Josh.
The worst.
Do better.
The worst. He goes to one game and he thinks he's the all-pro analyst.
Did I say I was an analyst, Josh? All right, that bit needs to end.
Thank God.
But no. Seriously, hey, Donnie Hopkins in the chat. Love that.
Jackson would smoke me.
Jackson. Does Jackson play hockey? Jackson, do you play hockey? Who plays hockey in the chat? I play hockey. All right. Is that Louie Caulfield? Dude, you come to our beer leagues game, you'll be asking
pretty close.
Who let that pumpkin out on the ice? Because it's just fat, dude. So yeah, I play hockey. NES plays hockey. That's cool. Obviously, Uncle Donnie probably plays hockey. That probably whole family plays. Don't worry, Josh. All good. I got your back. Donnie, don't go flip flopping in the chat here.
Donnie,
don't go flip flopping. Stick to your guns here.
Honestly, right? Wait. Whatever nationality the Harkins family is,
what does that have to do with anything, Josh?
Oh God, no! Can you just let me finish here?
Come on.
Can we just keep making Uncle Donnie like
Italian?
our Italian mafia man?
Don't make me call Uncle Donnie, okay? Don't make me call Uncle Donnie.
Too good.
Yeah, but NES is saying he's clearly American. What were you saying? NES, you can't say
stop. Move on.
Can't be Americans.
Move on.
No. My beer league starts this Sunday, Josh. This Sunday. Ooh. I'm on a new team.
Are you? You got traded?
Yep. I didn't get traded. So what they do is they literally just, depending on when you sign up and who you know, that's where you're going. So I'm on white team. Okay. No names, right? We're not clever enough for names. You're on colors, okay? Forget about it. Thank you, Donnie. Forget about it. I'm on white team this year. Last year, I was on black team. And everyone...
Do you guys have jerseys?
Oh, we got something cooking, Josh.
Nice.
The Penguins Collective.
You collabing?
The Penguins Collective will have a jersey for Beer League this year.
Nice.
Will we have to create a Harkins Beer League, the Penguins Collective jersey? That's his gift if he comes on the pod. Make it happen, Uncle Donnie. Make it happen.
Oh, God. I'm so punchy right now.
Dude, I love this. I love this, man. I love how we're free flowing right now. We haven't even talked about the game, really.
We did for about 15 minutes, but now we've gone 15 minutes.
Josh, we did not talk about the game for 15 minutes.
Yeah,
we
you
talked about Uncle Donnie.
You were talking to Uncle Donnie. You were texting. You were tweeting.
I was making connections here.
I'm just saying you weren't listening. That's all.
I was making connections with Uncle Donnie, and look, he's on our podcast right now.
Yeah.
You guys are great. Much love your way from the fam. I'm trying to read that. Hold on.
You guys are great. Much love your way from the fam.
I got it. I got it. Hey, if the family loves us so much, let's get Jensen on here, okay? How are we feeling about that?
Which is a solid first name.
Jensen? Oh, dude.
Yeah. I know. I kind of wish I knew about. I kind of wish I knew about that name before I named Josiah.
Is that? I was gonna say, is Jensen Italian? which we know it's not.
Comes on the pod. I changed my kid's name.
Yeah. We will legally change Josh's third child to Jensen if he comes on the podcast. That's a guarantee. Donnie, I'm assuming you guys aren't Italian. Are you Canadian or American? Louie is over here making the connections. And Josh is just, well, I don't think he's from Italy. Louie is over here.
Fair.
Louie is over here making the connections, and Josh is just insulting our beloved Penguins. That's absolutely right, NES. He basically just put Jensen's name, put it in a blender, and threw it out in the streets of Pittsburgh. That's what Josh just did.
Oh God.
I hope Donnie's still in the chat because I freaking love that guy. Thank you so much for hopping on the pod. I would interview Uncle Donnie. I would love to have Uncle Donnie on the pod. Just ask him questions.
Oh,
that would be awesome.
Too good.
But no, all that to say, Jensen Harkins is a great hockey player, dude. Without him, from Cleveland, I used to coach Ned. You talk about Nedeljkovic?
Yeah, he's American. So that makes sense.
First of all,
what a small world.
Sucks, dude. Cleveland sucks, dude. I've been to Cleveland.
Dude. Well, I mean,
welcome to Pittsburgh, dude.
Every city has one nice area.
Listen, we went to a concert in Cleveland. All right, we went to concert in Cleveland. We ordered Insomnia cookies, not sponsored. Okay, from DoorDash. Whoa, Jackson, language in the chat, bro. Whoa, came in hot. I know you Steeler fans. Relax. We ordered Insomnia cookies, and the DoorDash guy now was late in Cleveland. Probably not the safest neighborhood, but we had an Airbnb.
Where is this going?
Hold on, I'm talking about how bad Cleveland is. And the DoorDash, all right, DoorDash guy was like, "Hey, you ordered Insomnia cookies?" And we're like, "Yes, sir, that's us." He's walking. This rando guy comes and tries to steal the cookies from the DoorDash guy. Okay? In front of us. Like, we make eye contact with the DoorDash driver. And this rando guy goes, "I'll take that." And the DoorDash driver is like, I see who I have to deliver to. What are you doing? And that was my experience of Cleveland.
Oh, my word.
So Cleveland sucks, dude. Like, and it's just crazy. But that's my Cleveland story. So awesome. So, Donnie, you're putting my mind in a blender right now. You coached Nedeljkovic, who is our current backup goaltender. You're related to Jensen Harkins.
Yeah.
Okay. I see someone in the chat that I know personally.
Oh, do you really?
He needs to get off this podcast right now.
Oh, hey,
Ben,
is that
Ben, welcome to the chat.
Nice.
Who's
nice
the
to meet you,
Ben? Who's the Ben?
From church.
Yeah, he's from church, but he's not the Ben. Like, Ben Roethlisberger is the Ben.
Okay, but all right, when we have conversations and you bring up Ben, I'm not assuming
from church. Yeah,
I'm not assuming you're talking about Ben Roethlisberger.
What are you saying, Josh? That I talk bad about the Ben at church? What are you trying to say on this podcast, Josh?
No, just saying that you have mentioned him in conversations.
I have. He is the Ben from church. But Cleveland is terrible. Ben, you know our experience in Cleveland. It was trash, dude. Trash. But Donnie Harkins, which, can we talk about that name, dude? Your name is, I feel it's better than your nephew's a little bit. Donnie Harkins, you know, Uncle Donnie. But so you coach Nedeljkovic.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
And now your nephew is playing with him. Do they know each other? Harkins and Nedeljkovic? You got to let us know in the chat, because that's unreal. That's a little inside trader information that I don't think the average person knows about. All right, Ben, now you're just the hater. All right, you're coming in here. You're saying the band I saw was trash, way better than Led Zeppelin.
Louie, I'm not trying to answer for our Uncle Donnie, but Jensen was born in Cleveland.
So he's American.
They have him listed here as Canadian.
What are we doing?
But he was born in Cleveland.
So he's American.
But he, like, you know what I mean? It could be one of those things where it's like,
Jackson, what are you saying right now?
No, he legit is. He's
a Myles Garrett fan?
Yeah, he wore a Myles Garrett jersey during like after one of the Cleveland games in the locker room.
What is he trying to do? Is he trying to send a message to the rest of the Penguins team? Is he saying I'd rather be traded to the Columbus Blue Jackets? All right, sorry. Donnie comes in. Donnie, you're the highlight of the show, by the way, bud. Welcome
Obviously.
to the spotlight. Donnie says, no, they didn't. My son played on the Cleveland Barons with Ned. What? Okay.
Cleveland Barons. Okay.
This is unreal. Donnie, you're officially coming onto the pod. We need to know everything. We need to know everything. That's great. That's awesome. Who's drafted by? All right, so many conversations is happening right now. That's so weird. Why isn't no one talking about that? The connection.
It's awesome.
No, it is awesome, but I'm surprised. You know, like yeah, Jax. I love this comment. Hey, Donnie runs deep. He knows the connections here. And Ben, no, you're not the star of the show. Sorry, bud. You are not. As of right now, Donnie Harkins is. I will come on, no problem. Hey! Let's go, dude.
We get the uncle, and then
we get the uncle, and then we get the nephew.
Well,
Donnie.
Yeah.
Donnie. Send a message to your son.
Nephew.
Send a message to your son. Tell him you love him. And then send a message to your send a message to your nephew. Tell him you love him too. And tell him, hey, get on this podcast with these two stooges. And we'll get him a jersey or something. His own. We'll buy him his own jersey. I wonder. I'm sure he would not care about that at all. But yeah, let's get Donnie on the podcast. Absolutely. I love it. I would love to hear those stories. Of like.
That'd be sick.
So I'm assuming when obviously Nedeljkovic was a lot younger.
Yeah, it sounds like junior hockey.
Yeah. Cleveland Barons, yeah. Now I got to do a quick Google. Oh yeah, Josh, let it just go dead for 5 seconds. That's good.
Yeah, sorry. I'm also doing my own little research.
All right. No one's watching us just Google things, Josh. We got to actually have some content here. I feel so bad for these people who listen to the audio version and they're like, did the show end? No, we're just Googling the Cleveland Barons here.
All right, fine. Well, what I'm going to throw out is the thing that we've failed to mention the last 2 episodes. The All-Star game is coming up.
Thanks, man.
It's even younger. 8 to 15.
8 to 15. Okay. All right. I know, Donnie, you're not technically on the podcast, but this is a question I would ask. And B, I want you to be honest. Okay. Did you think that Nedeljkovic at the age of like 8 to 15 were like, yeah, this guy's going to the show? Or do you like, hey, he has potential. Maybe if he has the right people behind him, he'll get there. Because at that age, it's either you know you're going or you're not going. You know? And Nedeljkovic, Google me and Kaner. Donnie. You and Kaner. Are you talking about Patrick Kane? Donnie.
No.
We are getting.
I got this.
Okay. Well, thanks, because it's been dead again for 5 seconds.
It's 5 seconds, man.
All right. Josh is going to Google you and Kaner. And
is there someone else with the nickname?
Kaner?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Someone who played with the Pirates, all-star closer David Bednar in high school. That is true. Ben. As someone who played with the Pirates all-star closer David Bednar in high school, I did not think he was going to go to the pros, but he was a good catcher. Ben, you need to stop, dude. You coach Kaner for 3 years?
This is unreal.
This show isn't even about the Penguins right now. All right, this show, did the Penguins lose in overtime against the Canucks? Did we get a point? Did we prove to the world that we can actually compete against good teams? Yeah, but that means absolutely nothing. We got Donnie Harkins on the podcast, and he's saying, I've been there. I've done that. You know Patrick Kane? I coached him. You know Nedeljkovic? I coached him. Who else did you coach? Are you going to tell me you coached Wayne Gretzky next? What are you going to tell me? You're breaking the show right now, and I am all for it right now.
So it looks like Donnie coached Kane. Now, please correct me if I'm wrong here, Donnie, but it looks like you coached Kane in a Michigan team, like a 16 and under AAA hockey team in Michigan. Am I getting that information correct here? Man, looks like in
we can't wait for a response here.
But it looks like at the age of 14.
That's when
there.
People are like, he's going.
Yeah,
he's going to the show.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Like he knows these stories. Like he has them in the back pocket. He's like, just Google me and Kaner. Like he knew that would blow our minds. Donnie, you coach Patrick Kane. You coached Nedeljkovic. Here's what I need from you. We'll have you on the pod. We'll talk to you. We want the connections to Patrick Kane. We want the connections to Jensen. Most likely Jensen first, because that's family.
Yeah.
We do want Jensen on the pod. I would love it. Hey, Donnie, I've seen you in our likes before. You know that we love Jensen Harkins on the Penguins. We want him on the podcast. This isn't just because you're here. It wasn't
because
about
Jackson.
The points.
I think we're all finding out about this at the same time.
Yeah, Jackson.
That's why this episode sucks, because we're all finding out right now.
All right, so Jackson says, why have we never heard about this on the Penguins podcast? Dude.
On the Penguins broadcast. Are you talking about Donnie Harkins, his uncle, coaching Patrick Kane? That's a great point. Because that should have been something that the Penguins knew. But
see, we're breaking this news here.
Because,
if Josh gets off,
that's 5 minutes.
What do you mean it's 5 minutes? What are you saying?
No, what I'm saying is it took me 5 minutes on Google.
Oh, for like research.
To verify exactly what Donnie was saying.
That's unreal. And the fact that no one is taking this information and running with it. Donnie is a freaking hockey legend, and he's on the podcast in our mentions right now.
Honestly. Yeah. Absolutely.
This is unreal. I love it. Jensen Harkins seems like the kind of dude that would be so down to do a podcast. And yes, I think you're absolutely right. I would absolutely love Harkins on this podcast. I feel like he'd be a cool dude. Dottie! DM us, dude. DM us. Dude.
You guys want my cell?
Dude. How do I... Dude. Just DM us. DM us. We'll message you.
Yeah, don't put it in the chat. No offense to everyone else, but just protect yourself.
Yeah. Thanks, Ben, for texting me. I appreciate it so much. Ben comes on and says, Donnie seems like the guy who gets it. He does get it, and I love it. All right. Where do we go from here? Donnie Harkins is a hockey goat. He has his nephew who plays on the Pittsburgh Penguins. Apparently, he coached everyone. He coached Sidney Crosby. He taught Sidney Crosby everything he knows, is what I'm getting.
He was the director of scouting for the Plymouth Whalers in the OHL.
No, he was not.
If I'm finding the act, Donnie Harkins here.
Who played for them? Like, who came out of that?
I don't know. That would take a lot longer to figure out here.
Donnie, we want your resume right now in the chat.
I got it here. Director of scouting for Plymouth Whalers. He was also the GM/head coach of the Cleveland Barons. General manager of the Ohio Junior Blue Jackets. He's currently a scout for the Flint Firebirds.
Oh, is that AHL?
No. OHL.
I drafted Ned Tom Wilson. Stop it, dude. Stop it. I drafted Nedeljkovic. Tom Wilson, won't forgive you for that. Ryan Hartman and JT Miller for the Plymouth Whalers.
Yeah, but that's young Tom Wilson. Do you think young Tom Wilson was he a goon back then too?
I like how we're asking him questions and then just waiting for his response. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we're like, was he how was he when he was younger? Let's wait and find out. Like the dude's got a life.
This is why we need him on the pod.
That's right. Yeah. Ryan Hartman is from Charleston. Everyone's from South Carolina, apparently, dude. Josh just evaporated right now. Don't know where he went, but this is unreal. Donnie Harkins. Yeah, Jackson, the man, is a legend. This podcast is off the rails right now. Like, off the rails, which is whoa. I couldn't get that sentence out because Donnie comes in saying tough as nails. That is crazy, dude. Crazy. I still don't like JT, sorry. Tom Wilson. Never did. Probably won't like him. Even if he comes on the Penguins, if that's like ever a thing. Don't like it. Ben, I know. Here he is. Perfect timing. Sonny Milano as well. Dude, all right, Donnie. Now you're just showboating. Now you're just showboating in the chat. I feel like Donnie's going to say, hey, ever hear of Wayne Gretzky? I coached him. You ever hear of a little guy called Yammer Yager?
How old do you think he is?
I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
Sonny Milano's he's old.
Yeah, but.
All right, can we talk about the thing? I mean, I love Donnie Harkins right now, but I feel like for the people, Ben, dude. Ben says, I feel insecure because I can't compare up with Donnie. I feel the same, dude. I feel the same. Yeah, Pittsburgh Penguins looked. I don't know how to get back into this game without
we can't. I think this is just the episode.
This is it. Donnie Harkins.
It's the prelude to the actual interview with Donnie Harkins.
Donnie Harkins and Jensen. Imagine if we had them both on at the same time. That'd be unreal. A little family reunion on the Penguins Collective podcast. Let's do it.
If that would make them feel more comfortable, I'm down.
Family.
That's what this episode. This is what this whole podcast is about. Family. Fast and Furious and Penguins Collective podcast. It's all about family.
I would love it, Donnie. You should DM us, and then what we'll do is we'll try to connect Jensen on the podcast as well. So that's pretty much all I got for that, but
there you go.
All right. Hard turn here. Hard turn.
Well,
it's going to be a rough hour. Because we've been chatting it up with Donnie, Josh. And we also had to get through your stereotyping of people who are apparently all Canadian, including Jensen, who's was born in Cleveland. But yeah, keep the chat coming. I love it. Thanks, Josh.
No problem.
For context, because we're just laughing,
I just sent them a private message. That's all.
He sent me a private message doing some quick math.
No, don't.
I'm not going to tell him what it is, but it was just like it was information that probably could have been left alone.
Yeah.
It was information that I didn't need, and I like how he was proud of it, so I had to.
I was just curious the entire time.
I had to laugh.
Just curious.
Jackson is doing his his own research about Donnie Harkins. He was a scout when Tyler Seguin was on the Plymouth Whalers too. Donnie, it seems like you had some fingerprints on the current NHL landscape. We'd be
for real
idiots not to have you on the podcast, so we'll definitely have you on. How funny would it be if this guy's not the real Donnie Harkins? He just has his Twitter information.
And he's literally doing the same exact research that we're doing. Because it is literally it only took each of us 5 minutes to find this.
He's just like, we're not saying that's true, Donnie. But how funny would it be? He's like, hey, look up Donnie Harkins and Kaner. Like, because he just looked it up. Oh. He was director of scouting for Ricard Raquel. Oh.
This is too good.
I hope you're the real Donnie Harkins. That'd be so. And if you're not, that's so much fun. That's funnier, dude.
If we get catfished through
that would be so good. We just have this random guy who's pretending to be Donnie Harkins on a podcast. How do you verify if this guy is? Do you have pictures of him?
No.
Oh man. Jackson says, which also means Raquel and Wilson is on the same team. Oh man, that's hilarious, dude. I hope you're the real Donnie Harkins. That'd be awesome.
That's too funny. Does he have a profile picture?
No, Donnie in the Harkins. He's in the chat. He goes, I have better things to do, fellas.
I get it.
That's true. Oh man, that's so good. That would be funny. But Donnie, we really do want you on the pod. DM us. We'll schedule a time. I would really
appreciate your time just hopping in the chat.
Oh yeah, I mean
and entertaining this foolishness.
Yeah, I know. 58 minutes of us just hanging on every word of what you're about to say is awesome. It really is. No, I'm not joking. Like that, dude. That's awesome. That is awesome.
And we had a duck in the chat too.
And also, to Ben's point, Donnie is verified.
Oh, he is. Oh, nice.
Jackson's doing his own research. Verified by Jackson. That's
like
awesome.
It's like our little mini producer, Jackson.
He is he clips everything for us.
Yeah.
And dude's awesome.
Yeah.
Does Jensen have a Twitter? We need to find this out.
Yeah.
We should probably. Donnie's like, I'm out of here. This show is getting ridiculous. Donnie says, sounds good, boys. Talk to you later. I'm out. Hey, I appreciate it, Donnie. Uncle Donnie, thank you for joining the podcast, dude. Thank you. Now he's never coming on the show.
Oh, God.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Hey, if that was a one-time deal, I mean, I'm glad it happened.
Dude.
That was incredible.
Oh my gosh.
Who are you searching now?
If Jensen has a podcast.
If he has a podcast?
If he has a Twitter. If Ben goes, if I scared away. If he has a podcast, let's collab a little, bud. Ben says, if I scared away Donnie, I will never forgive myself. Dude.
If you scared away Donnie. Ben, I never met you, but I agree.
Dude. I need to. Oh, I don't think I could send a private message to him.
Maybe we can. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
How would you be able to get in touch with him?
I don't know. I love this dead air, Josh. I think that's great for a podcast.
Yeah, I think that'll do it.
Oh, we're just ending the podcast.
All right, boys, we are playing Saturday. Have a good night.
All right, guys. The Penguins are playing on Saturday, so be there. We got a guest, and hopefully the episode is better than this.
Maybe we'll have more family of other players.
No,
in the chat. Who knows?
Yeah, that's right. Sidney Crosby's dad will be joining us.
Hey, I'm down with that too.
Look at what? I'm so thrown by Ben's comment. Ben just commented saying, "No, I can't say it because I can't."
Yeah.
I can't say what he's saying. What are you talking about, Ben? You're throwing me. I don't know if you're being real or not.
Oh.
Jansen. So is it Jensen or Jansen?
I think it's Jansen, isn't it?
It's Jansen Harskins, right?
Jansen.
All right, Jackson. The reason why it could not be verified is because when the whole Twitter thing happened, it's... You know what I'm saying? Like, people who were verified have to pay to be verified.
Oh.
So
if you calling Jansen cheap? Is that what you're saying?
No, because, I mean, Jake Gensel isn't even verified.
I didn't know Gensel had a...
Yeah, Gensel has one. Oh, he is? That's him. Tweet at him, boys.
That's all it takes? That's all it takes?
Tweet at him. I want...
Tell Jansen we want him and his... Oh, my gosh. It's really him. That's really Donnie Harkins.
No, he's saying it's Jensen.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is, like, that's his actual uncle. It's legit.
So we kind of insulted Donnie.
Not at all. You kidding me?
Ben, I'm not going to say that on the chat either, dude.
Built that guy up to be a legend.
He did. I didn't build him up for anything. He did that himself. Yeah. Well, he is a legend.
He's got the facts to back it up.
He does. Oh my gosh. I can message him.
Jansen follows the Browns. Oh no, Jackson. Oh no.
Jackson.
Wait. Okay.
I don't want to see him on here anymore.
Before we wrap this up, okay?
Are we wrapping?
Lewis, it's an hour. It's over an hour, right? Yeah, we're over an hour.
It's good content. People love this.
We got to be at Are we at an hour and 15?
No. There's a timer up on the corner, Josh.
Yeah. All right. My bad. Oh, an hour and 5. I was off by 10 minutes. Okay. But.
Oh, you said Lewis. Oh. I'm going to get that forever now.
What?
From Ben. All right.
Well, because I said Lewis?
Yeah. That's already a thing.
That's.
I don't want to. The reason why I'm so invested in my phone right now I'm making connections on Twitter right now. I just want to say.
I believe it.
But
what
this
I'm
podcast
saying
just got taken to a whole new
okay.
level.
But what I'm saying is, this weekend,
What?
Jackson keeps bringing up the Steelers. I want to know, realistically, from the Steelers fans in the chat, what are your expectations for this weekend? Because my team got you into the playoffs. You better freaking do something about it.
No,
we didn't win last Sunday to lose our greatest running back of all time and lose our head coach for you to walk into the playoffs and get smoked. Okay, so better freaking do something about it. Coming from a Titans fan, all right.
Here's what's going to happen.
All the way.
Here's what's going to happen, and I'm going to be real. Okay, NES goes Penguins going to the Super Bowl.
I believe it.
Honestly, their power play stinks so bad. Maybe they try football. Who knows?
I agree, man. I agree. TJ out is bad.
Are we turning into a Steelers podcast right now? Because let me tell you, ready? Here, call me Mark Madden. I'm stirring the pot. I think running with Mason, bad call. I think you guys are going to lose the Steelers. Because it's Josh Allen, dude. It's Josh Allen.
Okay, so I've watched 5 Steelers games this year, which is almost as many Titans games as I've watched this year, which is horrible. But Mason has been the best quarterback all year, which is wild because realistically, he seriously
I think they should start Mitch. No, I'm just kidding. Jackson, hey, you're being biased, dude. Josh Allen is a great quarterback, all right? And any team would love to have Josh Allen as their quarterback. And I'm not saying that just because Ben, shut up. Anyone would be lucky to have Josh Allen on their team. But if I had to bet against Josh Allen in the playoffs or Mason Rudolph in the playoffs, I'm going with Josh Allen. 100%.
That's fair. I just don't want them to get smoked. That's all I ask. That's why I asked, what is your confidence level? Not so much, do you think you're going to win?
I guess that's true, Jackson.
Yeah, Brett Favre. He's the modern day Brett Favre.
Oh, that's a good take. I like that.
It's 100%.
That's a good take. I like that.
Yeah, it's clear as day.
Just wait until you goons. You know what I heard? All right. Speaking of, I heard Kirk Cousins is a possibility landing spot in Pittsburgh. And I don't like that. I don't like that.
That would be wild.
The Steelers don't deserve Kirk Cousins. Okay?
Why?
NES says the Browns are going to win it all. Dude, imagine if Joe Flacco is the answer for you wouldn't take care of Kirk. The Steelers would not take care of the Kirk. Ben, don't start this with me. If Joe Flacco comes off the couch and leads the Browns past one round, that's all I'm saying. If he gets a win,
who are they playing?
Who are the Browns playing?
Houston?
Is it Houston? I'd put money on Cleveland.
Makes sense because the Bills are playing the Steelers. The Chiefs are playing the Dolphins, which
that's a good matchup right there. Texans, Jackson.
Yeah, thank you. Did you see the whatchamacallit? Did you see the temperature that it's going to be in Kansas City?
What? Say that one more time.
The temperature in Kansas City, -30.
They have to move that game, right? Or no?
With wind chill is -30.
What? They would have to move the game, right?
I don't know. It's coming up. It's Thursday. You got to make a decision now.
That's bad. But I mean, honestly, I love comeback stories like Joe Flacco. I know he's on the Browns. I know Pittsburgh and Browns have history.
Okay, hey, biggest debate. Does he win comeback player of the year?
over DeMar Hamlin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Listen,
DeMar Hamlin
okay.
came back from the dead.
Came back to what, though? He's on the bench.
Life.
All right. I know. But if anyone gets that award,
argue a guy that came back from being dead.
Let's give the credit to where it's the Bills staff, dude. They deserve comeback player of the year.
They already got their award.
All right, so DeMar Hamlin doesn't need one.
I get it that he hasn't played. I get it.
So how is that comeback player of the year? He has to play to be a player.
Yeah, and Ben, if they start naming that award, then they would have to
name all the awards.
Name all the awards. You can't just have one
that's true. Award. That happened last season. So he should be the comeback player of last season.
No.
Yeah, it happened last season. You know how I know, Josh? I lost my fantasy because of DeMar Hamlin, okay?
Because this is how it works. Joe Flacco was a backup quarterback last season. Now, this season, he's bringing a team into the playoffs and possibly winning in the playoffs. This season, yes.
Right, because in the beginning Hamlin, hold on. The beginning of the season, he didn't play for anyone. He got picked up and he came back and led. DeMar Hamlin has not played. He can't be a play one game. And it was to honor him.
Came back to life, bro.
I'm glad for it. I'm happy for him. Good. I'm glad he's not dead, but I don't think he deserves comeback player of the year.
I mean, Ben's right. How many people have come back from the dead? 3? Jesus, Lazarus, and DeMar Hamlin.
That girl in scripture, don't forget about her.
Oh, yeah, the little girl. Okay, we got 4. Hey, one hand. How many people have come off the couch and led him to the playoffs? Absolutely does.
Ben, Jesus gets all the awards, okay? He doesn't get just one. He gets all of them. That's a sermon on Sunday. Heaven is for real, kid. Oh yeah, that guy too. That kid.
Yeah, well, that's true.
He got a book. He's fine.
And a movie.
Jackson. Louie, that is the worst answer. It's the right answer, Ben, and you know it. He gets all the awards. Josh, where do we go from this? I got Uncle Donnie in the
messages.
That's right.
Now you gotta get Jansen.
He is
Haskins.
Dude. Donnie's sharing some information that would blow our minds right now, but I can't say it.
Really?
We're gonna save it for after, but okay. I don't think Ravens win it all, Jackson.
I do.
I think there's gonna be a rando team that wins it this year.
Ooh.
Someone that's not in the top 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like 49ers, Ravens, Chiefs. Who else? Dolphins, maybe? No. Who's on the NFC? Eagles. Thank you. I don't think
so. Maybe someone like the Cowboys.
Ben, don't even joke like that. The Lions aren't winning the Super Bowl. They're going to get their hearts broken.
Cowboys.
I think the Cowboys might do it.
Cowboys.
Because you always see these late teams that just go on a big old rush at the end of the season, and they're the ones who usually win it.
So who is that right now?
Either Lions or Cowboys.
Lions, Cowboys, Steelers.
I don't think the Steelers. Steelers barely got in.
Get out of here, Ben. Get out of here with MCDC. Man's a fraud.
Whoa!
He's not a good coach. I'm telling you, he's not a good coach. You want to know? You want to know how I know this? You ready? Once Ben Johnson, their offensive coordinator, is taken out of there, and then once their defensive coordinator is taken out of there, trash.
Wow.
Look at perfect example. What's going on with Nick Sirianni right now in the Eagles? He's on the hot seat. If they lose on Sunday, he's going to get fired. He lost his offensive coordinator, lost his defensive coordinator, trash head coach. Watch it. MCDC next year on the hot seat.
I feel that Josh is feeling a little sensitive because his head coach
I am a little sensitive right now.
Just walked. All right.
Okay.
But
there was a good article that came out today, and if it is factual,
yeah,
I'm okay with the firing.
Why? What did he do, Josh?
He tried to pull Bill Belichick, saying, "I'm the face of the franchise. I want full control."
And they said, "You know where you could go and do that? New England."
Yeah.
And he said, "Not a bad idea."
Yep. And
so he
did you see what he said on the podium when he was inducted into the Patriots Hall of Fame? He said appreciate.
I don't want to coach anywhere else but New England.
He said appreciate the ownership, appreciate the coaching staff, because it's not like this everywhere else. And our owner took that as a direct shot.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you know what I hear? Mike Vrabel. He's a problem child. Okay.
He is.
Egomaniac
is what is being circled around on the Twitterverse.
Josh, you need to get
Ben. Wait, Ben. Like, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We have one to win today. He literally said that on the podium. Said, "All right, let's get back to it. We have one. We have a game to win today." He said we. I get he was a former player, but you haven't been associated with the organization in over a decade.
Josh, hey, look at me, Josh. He's not your coach anymore.
I get that. Last thing, Ben, does good coach and leader of men mean the same thing? Because I don't. I think he's a good leader of men. I don't think he's a good coach. Just saying.
Josh needs a Titans podcast so bad. No one wants Tomlin, Ben.
I think he's in the same. I think he's in the same category. He's a good leader of men. I don't know if he's a good coach. When he has good coordinators, he's obviously the Steelers are amazing. I think he's a leader of men, and I think maybe that's how you wanted 10, 20 years ago, but I think nowadays that's not how it works. And I'm not trying to disrespect Tomlin Jackson. I understand he's a top 3 head coach in the NFL. I full respect to him. Top 3. Check the resume.
Okay. So is Bill Belichick number 1?
Bill Belichick 1, Andy Reid 2, Mike Tomlin 3, and then I'd probably go Sean McVay 4.
Where's Pete Carroll?
I don't like him.
You don't like the gum chewing?
I just don't like him. It's a good line by NES right there.
NES, right? Fisher of men. It's better than being a leader of men.
Yeah, it's nice. That's a good segue. Adios. Good night.
Hashtag Jesus gets all the awards. All right, guys, that we have to end this. All right, yeah. From Uncle Donnie, we didn't even talk about the game that much. We're an hour and 20 into this pod. We have talked more about football than this game. That's fair. Ben saying tough to say when you don't want Vrabel though. If he is a good leader of, all right, hold on. So many chats. Hold on. If you don't want Vrabel, everyone's chatting. It's throwing me off. If you want Vrabel, stop. Hey, Vrabel though, he is a good.
You know what? Maybe I should be in charge of the chat now.
Dude, it's so bad. He is a good leader of men, and Tomlin is a top 3 coach in your mind.
Yeah, so
I don't
that's
think
a
he's
good
a top
point.
3.
I'm also very bitter right now, Ben.
He's hurt.
Very bitter. I'm hurt.
He's a little bit hurt.
This is the same thing when we traded AJ Brown. I said I was super hurt by that, and I started saying, well, he's not going to be a good receiver anymore. And look at him, he's top freaking 5 receiver in the NFL.
Hey, listen to this. Okay, listen.
How many times are you going to listen?
Listen, the Vikings. I'm a Vikings fan. Okay, we're calloused. Okay, you can fire our coach all day. Don't bother us. We just want little things like Kirk Cousins. All right. Do we know we're going to go for the Super Bowl next year? No. We're going to lose. Maybe in the first round. Maybe on a wild card when we're 11 when we're like 12-3. But you know what? Doesn't matter. We just want little things. So we're calloused. Josh, you had a great coach. He's gone. Sucks.
Yep.
But you'll get someone better. And you'll get a good wide receiver to help Billy Jeans. Yeah. And you guys are going to take over that AFC South.
Let's go.
And you're going to lose in the first round. And then you're going to learn to get better. And then in maybe 10 years, you can lose the Super Bowl by another yard.
Yes, by 2 yards this time. We'll just keep getting further away.
That's right. But before that happens, there's a lot of Penguins that we need to cover. Look at that segue. There's a lot of Penguins to cover. The Pittsburgh Penguins gained a point tonight against a very hard team. And now we have a harder team to face in our division. The Carolina Hurricanes. Saturday. Puck drop is at 7:05. Be there. Then we could talk to Uncle Donnie.
No, we're talking to AB, but yeah, close enough.
That's true. This show stinks.
Oh, he's got a cool Southern accent. He's got a cool Southern accent.
Who said? Oh, AB.
AB. Yeah.
Does he?
Oh yeah. You didn't hear it? I loved it. I could listen.
Josh, because I don't judge people on their accents or where they come from, unlike you.
I don't either.
All right. I look at people and say, "You're cool." I don't judge them, Josh. Anyway, this show really does stink. I'm surprised you guys watch this. I'm surprised you guys listen, but we are grateful nonetheless. Thank you guys for being here. Okay, Jackson, Antonio Brown on the pod. Oh, guys. Oh, this is where this is. This is where I feel like we should just end the stream. But guys, thank you so much
for
awesome. Joining this podcast, this Donnie Harkins lesson, this Penguins recap, Football Central. This podcast was all over the place. Thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for just throwing comments in there. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, NES Jackson, for sticking through this rough night. Hour and 20 minutes. Feeling pretty good.
Dear God.
Feeling pretty good about this one. We'll see you guys on Saturday. We'll go live after with a special guest. Not Antonio Brown. Not Uncle Donnie. It's AB from the Caniac Sessions. Be there, be square. Thank you for everything. We'll see you guys in the next episode. And Josh, as always,
let's go Pens.